Come on with the AC already. Sorry, the AC kicked in right as you.
That's all right. I got my dog going fucking crazy here. How not to boss? I can't control my animal. Whisper, calm down. All right, here we are. The fuck? All right, everybody. Michael Wheels Parisi here. How Not to Bomb bonus episode today. I got Daniel LeBlanc in the room. He's gonna. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we always figure it out, right?
Like we were getting the sound check in so well.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you can hear the AC kick in.
The AC kicked in. My fucking dog kicked in. The music kicked in. It was just it was a little bit of mania there for a second. What do you think, people? Did we have a good time? We're gonna have a good time today, aren't we? It's a bonus episode.
Yeah, we're gonna.
It's a bonus episode. We got Daniel LeBlanc in the room, everybody.
I think I'm supposed to move this over here. There we go.
Yeah, you can fix that. Looks good. I like the way it looks in the background. All right, there we go. All right, perfect. All right, chill out, everyone. That's it. All right, we're good.
You're gonna hear like a. Because
That's okay.
It's 100 degrees in Tennessee, and they don't know how to make air conditioners.
It's a free show for these people. If they complain about it, then they can start fucking paying.
Believe it or not, you Northerners think that Tennessee is south, but like go down to Louisiana or Mississippi this time of year, and then you'll get to see what heat is really like. But you live in Florida, though.
Florida's pretty hot, Daniel.
So,
it's a pretty hot.
But at least
place.
you got a constant breeze, and then you're going to get rain once a day.
It's been raining like today was torrential downpour. Okay, let's get into the show. Think about some topics. While we're doing that, I'm going to do a real quick thing here. I got a new sponsor I'm very proud of, ladies and gentlemen. Every great classic has a story, and that's exactly why we're proud to have Babes Classic Restoration as a founding partner of How Not to Bomb presents Everybody's Got a Story. If you've got a classic car that deserves a second chance, the team at Babes doesn't just restore vehicles, they bring history back to life. Whether it's a full-time frame-off restoration, custom paint, bodywork, or bringing your dream back to its reality and in showroom condition, they treat every project like it's their own. Located in Venice, Florida, Babes Classic Restorations has earned a reputation of quality craftsmanship, attention to detail, and doing things the right way. So if you've been waiting for the right shop to trust with your classic or muscle car or collector vehicle, stop waiting. Give Babes Classic Restorations a call today at 941-286-7740 or visit them at 735 Commerce Drive, Unit 8. That's Unit 8 in Venice, Florida. Babes Classic Restorations, where great cars get a second chance. So there you go.
That's a great logo too. I mean,
that's cool.
That
logo
looks pretty awesome.
Isn't that nice? Yeah, we created it for them. So we just I'll show you real quick. So we have a thing called the
because it's a babe on a car.
It is a babe.
And it makes sense with the name.
And they do, and this is what they are. They're the founding partners. They only allow 5 of these people in. See there, everybody's got a story. Founding partner, limited first 5, founding partner. So they hopped on board. They were into it. They're really into the show. I mean, the show, first of all, we're about 65,000 downloads right now. So we're getting a lot of hype. And because my guests, people like you and other guests have been bringing the people in just by great stories. So you and I haven't done anything in a while. What's going on in your world?
I'm working too much, I guess.
Are you?
Well, I think that with an accounting firm, when it's really busy, like the money's coming in. And so I, as the owner, kind of take the foot off the gas or whatever.
Right.
And then when it slows down, I have to actually do some work and try to figure out what's going on, try to go out and get more business or whatever, and keep my eye on the ball a little bit.
That's
more.
part of being in the business.
That's kind of like what's happening now. But we're going to start ramping back up again. It's August, so there's going to be more stuff that needs to get done.
But your company, White Olive CPA in Franklin, is a premier company, though. I mean, so you're not for everybody either. You're for certain people.
No. I think that we purchased another accounting firm, Evan Hutchinson CPAs, and they do a high volume, lower cost, and so we're going to start sending those that are not wanting to be premier. Hey, just file my taxes. I don't want to pay for all this extra stuff. We just send to that
That'd be
line
good.
of business. That's our line of business now. So
right,
and it doesn't
that's good.
We're not compromising our core values either by doing that because they do good work.
Yeah, they're premium as well.
They just crank it out. They crank out these tax returns, and they're just good at it.
So how would you differ? How would White Olive differ? Because I'm ignorant when it comes to the tax world, but I like to learn new things. How are you different from the H&R Block or those the guy who the franchises, the big ones
The problem here with H&R Block is you're going to pay a few $100 and your taxes are going to get filed,
right?
And you may get a few pointers here or there or whatever, but then that's it. If you want that, then that's fine. But I think that in general, if you're going to pay a few $100 for your CPA to do your taxes, you're probably spending 30 to 40% more on taxes than you do, especially if you're a business owner. If you're a W-2 employee, like there's only so much you can take. You get your standard, your itemized deductions. Maybe once every 3 or 4 years, the government throws out a carrot, like a credit or something that you can get, or there's the child tax credit or something like that you can take, or whatever. But you're really limited on what you take. But if you're a business owner, like it's really, really crucial that your accounting's locked up. And if your accounting's not locked up, then you're probably missing a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So like I would say that spend a few $1,000s with your CPA firm, aka us, and you're probably going to spend 30% less on your tax bill, which is probably a whole lot more money than a few $1,000 with us. And that's kind of where it is.
So accountants aren't.
But if you feel
not
like
all
you've
the
got
same.
it locked in, I don't want to do all that stuff. I don't want to hear the sales pitch. Then we'll just file your return for $800 or whatever. Call it a day.
Right. So you could do it either way. It's just So not all accountants are the same. Then you do extra. There's things that you're really getting. You're digging
There's like 4
deep.
or 5 different types of accountants. One is your tax accountant. That's the most stereotypical one, or whatever. They're the ones that are going to help you file your taxes or whatever. And then the second is you have a managerial accountant. They like work for companies, and then they do debits and credits. And they're operational accounting. Kind of like your bookkeeper or general accounting. And then the third is you have your auditors. They're going in and looking at somebody else's financial statements and making sure that like they're basically quote unquote they say it's materially stated, presenting materially what's going on with the business. They say all these fancy words to say accurate. Accurate's a no word that we don't use accurate.
Why is that?
There's a reason, because depending on how you're entering stuff in can determine whether it's going to be this result or that result or whatever. So we say materially stated, to say that it's essentially telling the truth about what's going on in the business. That's what that's for. And then there's just your just general accounting consulting work, like you just do general consulting and you have an accounting knowledge, but you're not really in the debits and credits every single day. More of like CFO or financial operational accountant. So those would be your 4.
So you guys But you guys offer a bunch of different things. I was looking on the website real quick while you were on the air, and you guys have audits, financial reviews, tax prep, bookkeeping. I mean, that's a lot to digest. You're not just tax return guys.
So we have 4 olives on our branch or whatever.
Right.
One of them's tax. One of them's called assurance, and so assurance would be your reviews, your audits, your compilations. It's called assurance.
Right.
And then the other one is general accounting and bookkeeping. We're going to loan our staff out to you so you can do bookkeeping work. And then the other one is just general consulting that doesn't fit under those 3 umbrellas, but may use some of those three to provide general consulting work for whomever. So,
is that where CFO comes in? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, like CFO advisory. But you can't be a good CFO advisory if you got shitty numbers. Like if you can't rely on your financial statements or whatever, then what good is it? Like that's part of the package of what we'll probably offer with a CFO advisory type.
Well, since we're talking about accounting and we're talking about White Olive, which I think is good because we're educating people even through the podcast, what do you expect from the client? I mean, the client expects certain things from you, which we all know. You're a business, customer service, answer the phone, clarity, all that. What do you expect from the client if you're going to work together?
It's really, really hard to answer that question because, I guess the answer is I expect you to trust us to do your job, but we also have to earn that. But at the same time, there has to be a phone. Sometimes when they don't really understand what's going on, sometimes you just have to pick up the phone and be firm with them and tell them some things that they probably don't want to hear, or that if you were a customer at a restaurant, you would be shocked if the management talked to you that way. Yeah. But it's because we have to explain to you how it actually works and what's actually really going on. So I would say probably try not to provide every single piece of paper for every single expense, and just provide the support. Just provide a general summary of it instead, rather than every single receipt, because we'll spend a bunch of time going through the receipts and trying to just provide that.
Right.
And
be
then,
prepared.
So if you're doing your taxes, it's like, hey, if you're not going to listen to us, then it's probably not you're just going to be throwing money away. And then what we expect from our clients that are just doing bookkeeping or accounting work, I expect my business owners to have to just learn a little bit about accounting. or else you're just going to have somebody pushing buttons, and it's not going to, when it comes out, you're going to think it doesn't make sense. So you got to be vested in the process and like quit running an account. Like, I've had so many business owners that don't know when I say, oh, your AR is this, and they're like, well, I don't know what that means.
Right.
How do you not know that AR means accounts receivable?
Right.
Like
that's how you make your money.
It's very, very difficult for me to work with business owners that when I say AR, they don't know what accounts receivable is. At that point, I'm just kind of like, okay, you got to just take some general business courses.
Right.
It's just
how can you open up a business and not know your receivables?
Yeah, like it's just kind of like or be vested in that process, and then also understand that your accounting processes make a difference. Like your business processes also affect your accounting processes, and your accounting process ultimately affect the results and the reports that come out. And so it's kind of like garbage in and garbage out. And if you aren't if you don't have a system to catch invoices and have somebody enter those invoices into the system a certain way, then you're not going to have accrual basis financials. Like, I think that every business owner should have accrual basis financial statements. I think it's elementary and it's kindergarten if you're doing cash basis financial statements. And when I say cash basis, I don't mean cold hard cash. And then there's some businesses that are purely cash, and that's not what I'm talking about.
Right.
Like, what I mean cash basis financials means once it came into the bank, we recorded the revenue, or once it left the bank, we recorded the expense. You need to be recording the revenue when it's earned, aka you send an invoice out, and you need to be recording the expense when it's incurred, aka it's sometimes cash is the same as accrual in that sense. Like, sometimes that does happen, like whenever you have a transaction or whatever that hits, but like that's the way it needs to happen. And the reason, like, for example, like if I bought, like in the restaurant, for example, here's an example of that restaurant industry. Let's say you bought like a year's worth of salt. Are you going to expense that entire amount in month one?
No.
You're just you're gonna hit it to inventory, and you're probably gonna book and have schedule an estimate in your accounting system, and then maybe after 3 months, go count your salt.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So it's probably that's probably too small of a dollar of an item to But
no, that would make sense. Yeah, no, I
do. Yeah, like if you spent like $15,000 and you have a restaurant that makes a couple million a year, $15,000 is a high enough number for you to be considering whether or not that needs to actually hit your expense or it needs to go to supplies. Now, people sometimes hire us and then they're trying to figure that out with us, and then we don't get it right. The reason why we don't get it right is because you guys have a process and we're not being included in on the process, and therefore, what do you think is going to happen? We're gonna see some transaction, and we're gonna be like, hey, like, I guess you just want us to expense it. I guess what we're gonna do, because we don't know what's going on. So
let me ask you a question. You bring up the restaurant business because that's my industry. Let's say there's a lot of restaurants in famous cities that are like very popular. They have business. They don't even have to advertise, and they're cash only. How does that restaurant do their taxes? If they're a cash only restaurant, I mean, how would you do that?
When you say cash only, do you mean hard cash?
Green cash only. They don't take credit card.
So
they don't take check. It's cash.
I think there's a form that they have to file each quarter for anybody that has spent more than X dollars of cash with them, and they have to report that.
Okay.
And so when it's
cash,
it's very
hard to track.
I guess you would have a cash account on the books that's at the end of the day, you'd have to manually update your revenue for cash that came in, and then update your expenses for cash that came out and for what. And then when you deposit, and so that'll be a cash account on your books, but it's not really a cash bank account. It's like petty cash or just cash, operational cash on hand. And then when you go to the bank and deposit it, you're going to transfer it from that cash on hand account into the bank account. That's how you would do it. But
a lot of restaurants are shady though. They're kind of shady with the cash. But if you think about it, they're paying for goods. So they have the receipts. They have invoices from Cisco or U.S. Foods, and they're spending $10,000 a month, let's say, but they're only showing $5,000. You got it. If somebody audits them and says, well, you got, these receipts don't add up. I mean, you're not accounting for everything. It's very difficult. It's very touchy.
The next question is, well, how are you still in business? I don't see a big loan.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't get a loan.
So they think they're getting away with something, but at the end, they're really not getting away with anything. It's better to pay your taxes.
Don't you want to report that you're making money, so that way, one day, if you want to go to the next level, or what if you have to get a loan? What if you have to buy a house? How are you going to show that you're making money?
Right.
And then
Hey,
that's when people go to their CPA. They say, "Well, hey, I need you to show me that you're making money." Or
and then it's your fault. So then it becomes your fault. Somehow it becomes your
fault later. So.
Have you heard of a comedian by the name of Carlos Mencia?
Yes.
So did you hear that Carlos Mencia had just got arrested? They came to his house. They rampaged, went through his home, and they arrested him, took him to jail for tax. He didn't pay his taxes, $8 million in taxes, and he didn't pay. He said, well, he meant to pay it, but he hadn't paid it. How do you think that's going to pan out for Carlos?
I don't know how he didn't pay. First of all, I would be curious to know how he didn't pay $8 million worth of taxes and how where that number came from.
Right.
Like, isn't he like paid from like big entertainment companies? I think that's what happened is he probably got 1099 for a lot of money several years.
It's all 1099. I go to a comedy club and I get paid $10,000 for the weekend. Let's say doing a couple of shows. Let's say they pay me in check and they pay Parisi Group. I mean, I have to pay. We pay our taxes. We know what we got to do with that.
If I'm making that kind of money and I'm not reporting my taxes, I'm damn well making sure that I'm not in this country. That I've got a house in another country and I got a bank account in another country and I'm staying somewhere else.
Well, he got caught, man. Carlos got caught.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how, like I guess they probably just got tired of waiting. It's like, hey, like it's not. They're the only people that when you owe them money, they can throw you in jail for owing them the money.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. Yeah, but then Carlos goes, I can't believe they're throwing me in jail.
And then ask a court to seize their property or something like that. So.
Yeah, it's people always complain about. So Carlos is complaining now because he's like, well, they shouldn't have come to my house, and I feel like I'm Al Capone. I'm like, $8 million is $8 million fucking dollars, Carlos.
But there's a good episode of South Park where Kanye West is in it, and Kanye West makes a joke about how, hey, Carlos Mencia is in the episode. And he has a joke while he's standing on stage. He's like, do you like fish sticks? Oh, well, you're a gay fish. And then Kanye, and then he does the joke on Kanye, but Kanye takes it personally and doesn't understand the joke. And so anyway, whenever I think of Mencia, I think of that episode. I think it was Mencia. I can't remember for sure.
Probably. They call Carlos Mencia.
After that,
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, like, right after that episode, Kanye West, like, went to Twitter and said, man, South Park really got me. I guess I got a lot to think about. And that's the only time that South Park has ever felt bad for making fun of somebody on their show, because Kanye got upset, and really got down on himself about it. And so I always thought that was funny. So.
I always thought that Kanye, I mean, he's very, very talented, but he just doesn't seem like the sharpest pencil in the pack. I mean, he doesn't seem smart to me. He doesn't seem like I think he's, they try to be too smart by saying words that don't make sense.
One thing, some very important people seem to care about his feelings,
Yes.
Like, remember when George W. Bush was in office and Hurricane Katrina happened, and he's standing there with Mike Myers, and they're trying to raise money for Hurricane Katrina, and then Kanye's just really, really upset. He's overcome with emotions, and he says, George Bush does not care about black people. And, Mike Myers was like, we can't believe he said that, and then they cut the camera. I remember watching that live.
Yeah, I didn't see it live.
George W. Bush had a very challenging presidency.
He did have a challenging presidency. He went through a lot.
And in his book, it's called Decision Points. In his book, he's asked what did you ever get upset about anything? And he went through September 11th and then the Afghan war and all this other stuff, and people were brutal, and he didn't care anything. The only thing that he did care about was that he felt that it was Kanye West said that he didn't care about black people. That was the only thing that upset him.
That's the only thing.
I think that Kanye is one of those characters that he does something, and there's a ripple effect of people that are affected by what he says. Like, look what happened with Taylor Swift. He gets on stage.
Well, that was crazy.
Oh, Beyonce! I'm gonna let you finish. Beyonce, that has had a ripple effect in the entertainment industry, because Scooter Braun or whatever bought the label that owned her stuff, and then Scooter Braun was also helping Kanye out. So Taylor Swift was like, I'm taking that personally, and it created. I don't know. That's just the gist of it. But
now she's the biggest thing in the world.
People do care about what Kanye has to say. I think
which I don't, but I just don't imagine why people would. I mean, he's a singer, he's a rapper, he does his thing. He fucked Kim Kardashian, that was his thing. He had kids.
Yeah.
And I mean, why do I have to care about Kanye? I mean, okay, I get it. We all have feelings, but I don't think he gives a fuck about me. I mean, really.
Yeah, I don't think he does either.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it would be funny if he actually did. Like, I don't think he does.
Yeah.
Let me ask you.
What if he goes on Twitter after this podcast and he's like, "Man, the Parizzi group talked about something that happened in my past." And
I feel really bad about it. I haven't felt this bad
some
since
guy that,
since
some
Bush.
guy that's got a small business in Franklin, Tennessee, like that nobody cares about.
Nobody cares about him. Hey, what do you think? What do you think Fauci feels right now? Do you think he has? You think he cares what people think about him? Because he's fucking going down.
I don't care. I don't care. I hope they roast him. I was not a mask wearer. I did not like the mask mandate, and here's my argument why. If you don't want to get sick, you wear the mask. Don't tell me to wear the mask. And then the vaccine thing. I've been through enough seasons of flu vaccines to know that they're horseshit and they don't work. And I didn't do that. I didn't do the vaccine either. People were threatened. People were told that if you wanted to come into work or be able to continue to work, you had to get the vaccine.
My wife, she couldn't go to work. I mean, she didn't. She had to go for it. She had to take it.
Yeah. And now it's coming out that there's complications from it or whatever. There's studies that show that it causes problems with pregnancy. It causes, I think the
brain
COVID protein,
aneurysms. Yeah. Bell's palsy.
Protein stays in your system or whatever.
Yep. I didn't.
So I just think that if it was really, really, it pissed me off a lot. And then they roasted Aaron Rodgers at the time just because Aaron Rodgers wanted to not get. I don't want to get a vaccine. Sorry, I'm not. I don't. The science. I want to wait till. I want more experimentation to come out.
Right.
He got roasted about that.
Yeah.
Blow it out your ass, man. It's just.
Yeah. I agree.
And then they try to compare that to people who don't want to get the measles vaccine. This is different. I think you should get the measles, the mumps, the polio vax, or whatever.
Yeah,
those are
that's
important.
fine.
You should get those vaccinations.
Yeah, those are proven.
Tell me that I need to get a flu vaccine? Go fuck yourself. Not happening. They don't.
Every
work.
year the flu vaccine
work.
changes because it's a different flu. Mm-hmm. I mean, it gives you the fucking flu. Number one. So what do you really?
I got COVID, and I was down for the count for about a week or two, and then that was it. And so. What do you want me to do? You're going to tell me that I got COVID because I didn't wear a mask? I mean, who cares? Okay, fine.
I don't believe it's because of that. We're not a mask wearing country. It's not not in our DNA. We just don't do it. That's a different country does that. They try to train us from day one. Go down this. Oh yeah, me too. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. The first day, I was sitting in an eSpace's office, and the woman that sort of was the general manager down there. She walked up to me with a box of mask and said that I had to wear this if I was going to be sitting here. And I was like, no. And I said, call the police. I said,
exactly.
You can call the police. Go ahead. I'm not wearing it. I eventually just left. And so I refused to wear a mask unless the heat
unless you had
was so annoying. Yeah. If I was at an airport, and I hated it. Went to Disney, they're yelling at you. I had one of those double cloth masks that you pull up like this that's around your neck. They didn't let you wear those because it wasn't clinically or whatever. Yeah. Oh my God, man!
And then you see people wearing them halfway down. Just take the fucking thing off. It's not working anyway. It's around your chin now. Now it's a chin strap.
If you don't want it, the mask is for you to make sure you don't get sick.
Right.
What do you want me
Well, they said it was for other people. They said you wear a mask. You have to wear a mask so you don't get other people sick. And then they changed it. Said no, it's for you. They didn't even know what the fuck they were doing. They ruin everything.
And
everything's ruined.
Take personal responsibility for yourself. What do you want me to do? Make sure that nobody ever dies ever? There's 8 billion people on this planet. They're going to die of something. At some point or another, they acted like they were so virtuous because they were just saving lives and all this stuff. Sooner or later, there's going to be another plague and it's going to take people out. And that's just how it goes.
Well, there were millions of people dying from COVID.
You're going to villainize me because I don't want to wear a mask? Go fuck yourself.
This is America. So, we should be able to do what the fuck we want.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I was in Florida, so Florida was kind of we just did what we wanted anyway. That's what I love about the great state of Florida.
Well,
DeSantis is fantastic.
Disney.
What's that? Yeah, unless you went to Disney. Disney got beat up.
Awful about it. But Disney got beat up for it. They were basically saying you can't stay open unless you do this. So they had to. They were.
You notice Disney's back to Disney now. Disney's starting to play Disney again. For a while, they were really going woke. But now they're you know what? Let's just fucking be Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Donald Duck and go right back to old school Disney,
Yeah. I mean,
about
it's pretty
time.
awesome. I like Disney.
I love it.
Like going to
I
Disney.
love Disney. Yeah.
We're
season ticket holders.
Yeah. I mean, we our club, Disney Vacation Club members or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I used to drink, and so I would go on these vacations and just go wine and dine or whatever. I don't drink anymore, so I like Disney because I walk around a lot.
Right. And Disney would be hard if you're a drinker. It'd be hard to have fun in Disney. if you drink. You can't
I
drink.
think it's easy to have fun and dizzy if you're a drinker too.
Well, you don't have.
They
They don't serve
go to
alcohol. Well, yeah, you have to go to Epcot. That'd be different.
Yeah, you go to Epcot, you drink alcohol there, and then I think at Hollywood Studios they got a couple drinks.
Yeah, Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, but it's nice for me. It's like I'm doing something all day long. I'm walking around. I'm in Florida. There's sunshine. If it's too long of a line, I've been to the parks plenty of times. So what? I don't have to ride the ride. Like, life is good. You know.
Yeah, kids enjoy it. They know where to go.
Yeah.
You know the area. Yeah, you just did Disney. You had a few vacations this year. I saw.
Mm-hmm.
You had some fun. What's going on in the world of Daniel LeBlanc? What's happening over here? You're going on vacations.
Work and whatever. You know.
I saw you was somewhere last week at some outside event. I saw on your Instagram.
Which one was it?
You were somewhere on the Instagram. Daniel C. LeBlanc on Instagram.
I can't remember.
Where'd you go? Weren't you like outside by rivers?
We went to Cheekwood here in Nashville.
What is that?
And I don't know. It's just some historic mansion with some patriarch family or whatever, and they've preserved the mansion and the entire plant. Yeah, I guess it's called a plantation. Maybe it's not, and it's just got all kinds of art that's preserved there, history that's preserved there. I, to be honest, have no fucking clue what I was looking at. I just walked around with my girlfriend,
just enjoying
the whole
the day.
time, and just tried to figure, just took it all in or whatever. And she eventually looked at me. She was like, "I can tell this is not your thing," and I was like, "It would be helpful for me if we had a tour guide."
The things we do for our girlfriends and wives.
Yeah, I mean, I was fun. It was fun for me to go, but I was like, it would be helpful if we had a tour guide. That would be.
Yeah, you would think they'd have a self-guided tour or something.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have done that because that means I would have had to do something. I just wanted somebody to tell me what was going on and walk me around and tell me what to do. So.
Where would you want to go? Are there any places that on your bucket list that you want to do?
I'd like to go to Asia. I've never been to Asia.
Okay.
Like just anywhere in Asia. Like, I don't know. I know there's a lot of Asia. There's a lot of different Asia.
Asia's big.
Like
Japan.
I would love to go to Japan. I'd love to go to China. I'd love to hit up the Philippines. I'd love to go to Thailand.
Philippines is beautiful.
So
I would recommend doing the Philippines. I think you'd have a great time. You and your girlfriend. I would go to the Philippines. I have a house up. We have a house in the Philippines, and it's just an amazing place to go to once in your life. It's 15 hours to get there, but it's worth every penny of it. Yeah, I would recommend it. And Japan. I think Japan's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I just love. I think travel.
I just love to go to Japan because Tokyo is like the largest city on earth, and so that just seems kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's a wild city though. Tokyo has got some crazy shit going on over there. Very clean, very honest people. They'll follow you if you drop something. They'll follow you, hunt you down, and give it to you. They're not, but it's also got a dark, sexualized side of them too, where there's crazy shit that goes on in these little alleys with these vending machines, and they're selling dildos and all this crazy stuff. Like right there in the street, you're walking by and there's a fucking 10-inch dick in the window. Just selling it for 30.
Next time I make a note of that.
30 cents. They got 30 cents for a pocket vagina. I mean, you got to be careful.
I mean, yeah. I'll be sure to have that inspected if I purchase it. Just
pocket vagina. All right, I got you. Relax.
Yeah.
You think people believe the sound effects when I do that? I mean, I do it because I have fun doing it.
If it was more recurring, then yeah.
Then I make fun, like, all right, calm down. Like they know there's nobody. I'm in my office. I'm in my studio. There's no audience, but I love playing the part. What else is going on? What do you got on your mind? I know you like talking about crazy shit. Last time we talked about true crime. We had aliens. We talked about aliens. This is like a bonus episode. We didn't expect this happening. I didn't prepare for it.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, like, it's just the summer, and so I just feel like, I don't know, I like it hot, so I'm cool with it. I've been doing a lot more cardio lately, and I've been really
I noticed you've been working out with the cardio. Now here I got to debate you on something, Daniel. So when I was first starting to work out again, you're like, don't do any cardio, just fucking do the weights. I'm like, but I have to do cardio. They told me fat burn. And now you're doing cardio. What happened there? Like, where was the transition?
I think what I meant was, like, don't do high intensity cardio. You should
what does that
cardio,
mean?
But just go on walks or whatever.
The treadmill's no good?
You can do just go on the treadmill, and I realized, like, when I said don't do cardio, because I used to run all the time, and I like running, but I can't. It's not sustainable for my joints long term. So that's what I meant
Right.
when I said that. But you should definitely do cardio.
Okay,
I
cardio
just
is
think
important.
that, like, you should put more of an. But if you are limited for time, you should put more of an emphasis on lifting and nutrition. But I realized that I don't do enough cardio because when we went to Universal, which was awesome, I realized I was walking like 30,000 steps a day. But then I scrolled to the left on like all the weeks before Universal, and it was like 5,000 steps, barely getting 5,000 steps a day. And I was like, that's pathetic. I need to at least make an effort to do 10,000 steps a day on average and just be mindful of that. And ever since then, like, I can definitely tell that it just chips away. I don't have to change up my diet as much. I still eat pretty good.
So how many steps a day are you doing?
It's just increasing activity. Right
And
now.
so how many steps a day are you trying to do? You're doing 10,000 at least a day.
Yes.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's good. Well, that's what they say
15,
you should do.
15, then I can take a day where I'm like, I don't feel like walking today or something. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to walk in the morning. I walked this morning. I did my 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
That's good for you.
Yeah, I do work. I'm doing the weights. I'm trying to get back. I'm 61 years old. I gotta get back to where I used to be. It's hard. It's harder when you get older. I don't know if you know that. I was gonna do this GLP-1s, and now I'm hearing all this crazy shit about it. I don't think I want to get into it.
What's GLP-1s?
Like these Wegovy and all these where you lose weight, and it's like putting the it's like the people are losing weight on these GLP-1s. Haven't you heard like peptides and shit to help you lose weight? Like the diabetic medication, like Ozempic would be one, but I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other ones now, like that do it too.
Yeah,
they say you drop weight and it's good for you, but people are getting gastric problems with it. I don't
know. I haven't done it yet. I tried like what I thought. I did it for like a couple weeks, and then I don't know. It just kind of made me feel weird. Like I got like nauseous or whatever, so I just didn't do it.
I was going to do the other one.
I was only doing it so I could cut, like not because I
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was using it for a tool.
Using it for a reason. What about TRT? I was going to try TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. I don't know though. At my age, man, I don't think it's good.
I think that I don't know. Just go see a doctor and listen to what they have to say about it.
My doctor said it would be good, but then I think, how do I know he just doesn't want to get paid? I have a weird trusting issue with people lately. It seems like everybody's just.
If you take testosterone, you also have to take an anastrozole, which is an estrogen blocker, because your body may have an estrogen rebound. Then you're gonna have, you possibly could have man boobs and like lactate, or something, like literally lactate. So you want to have the estrogen blocking rebound thing. And then if you're going to take testosterone, you also need to do like C-nandrolone, which is the street name is called DECA, which it helps you absorb the testosterone. And then if you're going to do that, then you might as well do like it's like chorionic gonadotropin, and that will make sure that your body continues to naturally produce testosterone. So that way, if you do ever get off of it, it's not like a 3 or 4 month crash. Like it's just maybe a couple weeks of a crash because your body's going to bounce back and start making it again.
See what I mean?
I take it. I take testosterone.
And you do all those other things to go with it.
Mm-hmm. Twice a week.
So you do the testosterone. Then you said you taking two other things to back it up: the estrogen, and then the one that
the estrogen blocker or
blocker.
It's called.
Yeah. Wow, and you feel good on the testosterone.
Awesome. I definitely like it. I mean, I feel better. Life.
Do they ever tell you to go off of it for like a cycle?
Not for that. You would cycle. Okay. You would always do the testosterone base. I mean, it's not like I'm taking crazy amounts though. Like I'm taking a very
I'm ignorant with it. I don't have no idea, so I want to learn about it.
Yeah, like I'm not taking bodybuilder levels of test along with stacking a bunch of gear on top of that. I guess technically I am on gear because Sinandrolone is technically a steroid, but it's a steroid that's used to help your body absorb the testosterone. But like. That's not like real, like gear is like Anavar and like, I don't know, there's a trend or something like that. Like that stuff's like heavy gear and you would up your testosterone to just get jacked or whatever. And that's where you get run into problems. Like if you're not on top of your blood work, that you don't need to be doing it, because if you're like, I don't know, red blood cell count gets too high, then you got a blood clot issue, or whatever, and people do that, and then they don't. That's why you hear like these bodybuilders all of a sudden just die, because they're not staying on top of their blood work, and then something happens. So
too many people dropping dead
check just in case, but I'm not doing crazy amounts of tests or whatever.
That's
just
good.
To like You know what I'm saying? Like it's a pretty low dose. So
And you have a trainer now too. So I saw some
yeah,
photos of her. She's a competition trainer. If you want to give her a
yeah,
shout out,
she's like doing like the actual bodybuilding stuff. So she asked me if I wanted to train. I was like, yeah. I mean, you're doing
That's
shows,
great.
so I can honestly learn something from you. So
I was trying to
I
pull up
definitely
one of your
have. Like,
videos.
I'm getting abs now, so finally, so it's pretty good.
I was trying to pull up one of your videos here. Let me see if I can do that. That's good though. Here's one here. Let's see if we can share this screen here, Daniel. I think these are interesting. Here we go. All right, we're going to share. This is Daniel LeBlanc in the gym. Oh, it won't let me. Okay, well, here it is. Oh, no, it won't let me. Okay, all right, can't do it. I was going to share a picture of you in the gym working out, talking about White Olive CPA, but I think Instagram, that's fucking smart. Instagram blocks from other companies to use. Like I can show YouTube and all that, but I can't show Instagram. That's interesting. You learn something new every day. Sorry, folks, but if you go to White Olive CPA on Instagram, White Olive CPA, you can see Daniel LeBlanc working out in his videos. He puts them up there. He has people putting him up there, and he works out and kind of tells the difference or the relatable of CPA and working out, and somehow it works. So it makes sense.
I mean, somehow,
Yeah, it does make sense. What do you got planned going on, Daniel? What else is in your world?
Just we're doing like a conversion for into a new practice management software, so we can just do things more efficiently.
That's good.
I gotta make sure that gets done, and so I'm trying to, I'm just trying to buckle down during the summer season, right? And try to do what I can to try to bring more business in.
When does summer end in your world?
Probably here in the next couple weeks.
And then we start doing fall things. We start doing things like fall related. Yeah. Pumpkin spice lattes start coming out, and it gets a little chillier in Franklin. Over here it doesn't. It'll be fucking hot as hell in September here. It doesn't start cooling down until like November, but I do like Franklin.
I'm hoping that it stays mild, another mild winter. I just don't like them here.
Well, last year was pretty cold.
I wouldn't mind the mountains and the snow. That would be different. But here the Smoky Mountains are not very far east of us, and that is technically a rainforest. So we get a lot of that weather in the winter, and it's kind of gloomy. I just don't like it.
How is Shreveport in the winter?
It's a little gloomy, but not as gloomy as here, and it's definitely not as cold. It's on average like 10 to 15 degrees warmer. So it's not that bad.
You like Franklin more than Shreveport, or you kind of like both? Because you're from Shreveport.
I mean, I kind of want to go to Florida. I kind of like Florida. That's what.
Where would you go in Florida? You like the Tampa Bay? I live in the Tampa Bay area.
I like Tampa. I'm liking Tampa. Yeah. I'm liking that idea. So
Tampa's doing well.
I don't know if the timing is going to work out I don't know what the real estate, because it's not going to be. I'm not going to be able to make a move for at least 5 years, and so I don't know what the real estate market's going to be like then.
Real estate is going to be. It's going to go down more and more.
What's that?
It's going to go down for another year, and then it's going to start pivoting.
All right. Well, then at least between now and the year, let's see how the firm does, and see if we can get some land big contracts or whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, right now is the time to buy. We just invested in 2 other income properties. If you're ready to invest in an income property, let me know.
Yeah,
I'd be willing to get involved. I like getting involved in income properties.
Yeah, I'm tapped out at the moment because of summer slow, but I keep costs stayed about the same. So, but once we get ramped up again for some more stuff, then
I never believe anybody that says they're tapped out. I always think they're just lying, because they're like, I always believe they're not really tapped. Like if you really wanted it, you'd get. Like if you really had to have it, you can get it. That's how you have to look at it.
If I had to have it, yes, I could. But
yes.
I want to make sure that I have a savings somewhere that does not get touched at all.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I don't want to be in that. I've got myself in that position before. And it's not fun.
It's not fun.
I like having something way out, just in case. So
I hear you, man. Well, I mean, right now is something to look at. You could pick out houses over here in condos for $150,000 right now in condos. Buy a condo for $150,000.
And you're in Florida, like why the hell not?
Just to use it as a rental. Who cares? Just fucking.
You probably could do that actually.
could do really
if
well
we have
with
a
that.
property management company that makes sure it stays rented.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's
that would
easy.
make
I can help you
sense.
with that. That's
Yeah.
easy. We have that.
I don't see
you
why
know.
not. So,
My wife is a realtor here. I got my real estate license here. My daughter's got a real estate license. we all
just keep
we all
it
cover.
rented. Keep the note paid and the utilities paid.
Because you got a couple of
no
rental
damage.
properties in Franklin, which is actually
Yeah,
you're moving. White Olive is
Yeah.
moving into one of them, correct?
Yes, we're moving into one of them. So
That's a good thing.
moving out of this rental, this office, and then moving into one that I own. So, and then who knows? Maybe 5 or 6 years I don't sell my place and just keep renting it out. I don't know. It probably makes some.
I like that little. I saw the house. I really like it. It's cute. It's a nice looking home.
Yeah, we're just looking for somebody to either lay some gravel or lay some concrete. Just so we have something to park on. So
Yeah. No, I like it.
That's why I went ahead and opened up an E-Spaces in Brentwood, so that way,
So now you have 2 locations. You'll have your
Yeah.
Franklin location. You'll have it. You can meet people in Brentwood. You can meet people in Franklin. They can come to both
Yeah.
areas. Everybody's in the world of online anyway, so people, you're on top of that. I mean, life is good in the world with you. I think you're doing a good job.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the biggest fear that I have right now is, I know that we talked about this before, and I'm not. If AI becomes smart enough to take over my job, then I don't need money anymore, and nobody needs money anymore, right?
Right.
Because that's either the end of the world, and we're going to be wiped out, or we're going to have this supreme being that provides us for all of our needs, and we're never going to need money.
Where do you think
I'm not
AI
really
is
worried
going?
about that, but I don't know what type of disruption is going to happen if they start using these agents or whatever, to do what needs to be done. Or I don't know. I mean, I think that there's obviously always going to be a need for us or whatever, and so it's just kind of like, how do you? I've got to get ahead of that and figure out.
I don't think in the next 20 years. You got to think of it this way. Okay, so let's say AI could replace everything and all employees in the accounting world, and you could just do strictly AI. Okay, great. Now, don't forget, you got to find that customer. Customers still have to accept that AI is doing everything for them. And not everybody wants to deal with AI on a customer base. They still want to talk to a person. They still want to know somebody's doing their taxes. I mean, so even if AI could replace it, will the customer accept it? I don't think so.
Yeah, but there will be firms that are using AI to be able to expedite their processes and enhance their service for customers, and probably at little to no additional cost to those customers, and probably be able to provide less cost to the customer. And that's what I'm concerned about. That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Only
I think the
because I'm
H&R
too
Blocks
lazy
will do
right
that.
now to actually try to do it.
You could do it, though. I think the H&R Blocks will do
I've
that.
just been too lazy.
But I think the big franchises might do that to lessen their load. I think that you still have to have, if you're a premium company, you still got to be a premium company. I mean, people, if I'm going to call an accountant up, I want to make sure I'm speaking to you. I don't want to speak to an AI voice generated. I'll help you do everything. I want to know that you're handling it for me. Even if you're using AI, that's fine. But I want to know somebody's working the numbers in real life. Somebody's doing it for me. So I think the money people out there will never accept yet next at least 15, 20 years. I don't think it's going to kill it. I think it'll just be, H&R Block, tax people like that will use it, which makes sense for the regular people, but not the wealthy. The wealthy will never care about it. They don't want AI. Well, cool, man. Well, I think we had a nice little conversation today, impromptu. We didn't expect, you called me out of nowhere, so let's do a podcast. I'm like, fuck, let me change my shirt.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we got to talk about some accounting stuff. Maybe you'll become a bronze member as well.
Yeah.
I think
maybe.
You know what I mean? Then you can have the banner just like Babes. Wait, here it is. Let's see. Let me see if I can put that up
again.
again.
You got the outline of the windows also are purple, which match the purple pinkish, which kind of matches.
You noticed that. I did that.
Intentional?
Yes,
Okay.
it is intentional.
I figured that was intentional.
You noticed that.
Okay.
And then if you look on the bottom right corner there, you'll see the little Babes logo instead of the How Not to Bomb. So that's like a logo that I put up there for them. No, they're great people. Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. So we're doing it. That's our first, and then we'll get White Olive in there too, and then we'll see if we can do. Then hopefully I can retire on podcasting. I don't know. We'll see. I'll never retire. And then,
I mean, I'd like to quote unquote retire, aka I'd like to know that I'm probably going to be okay, long term, and I'm not there yet, but I'm
Yeah.
making the right steps to get there, kind of thing. So
What age do you think
it's
you're
really
retiring?
discouraging when you find, like, when you read about all these billionaires and how much money they have, and it's like, Jesus Christ, come on, like can I just get a little what, like, I don't know. It's like, can I just string together a couple wins and put a couple million in my pocket? Good God,
Yeah.
Like, am I that pathetic?
It's amazing. I mean, it is amazing how many billionaires we have. Being a millionaire now is like you're not even fucking accepted anymore to be a millionaire. You meet years ago when you had $2 million was great. Now you're broke at $2 million.
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't have you don't have close to $1 billion now. I mean, it's years ago to be a billionaire it was so out of reach, but now it's not out of reach anymore. Do you feel it's like closer to you? Do you think you'll ever be a billionaire?
There's no way I'm going to make White Olive worth that type of money because unless it becomes, I'm going to have to get into some tech or something else. Like it's a professional
AI.
services firm.
You got to get into AI.
Yeah, and it's a professional services firm, and they, it's only going to pay a certain multiple or whatever.
Right.
So.
Right. No, but yeah, I think that all the billionaires are saying it. They're all saying how are you going to become a billionaire? Get into AI. Get into the AI world. I believe that. I do believe that.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be doing White Olive in 10 years from now? Do you think or do you think being an entrepreneur you'll try something else and you're still young. You're 42.
I think I'll try something else.
Yeah.
If I still have White Olive, some other people better be running it, or else I need to just tap out.
Yeah.
Just sell it to somebody else.
Because that's how you do it, man. Scale and sell, scale and sell. The old days of holding on to the business, we've been in business since 1961, is fucking over.
Yeah.
It's how what you can get out of it. Build a great business, have somebody else get into it, and move on to something else great. That's what entrepreneurs do. You got to move on to something else. You got to pivot in this world. And that's what I think that I think you really want to do that. I think every time we talk off camera, I always say.
I don't think it's not the right time now, but probably, something to think about in the future. It has to be the right person, the right fit, and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, but in the meantime, you're still running a great company.
Yeah.
You're kicking ass out there. A lot of clients. You're scaling. You're doing good things. Your heart is in it. You're working it, and what else can you ask for, really? You wake up every day. You must feel pretty good to know you don't have to go to work. I mean, it's your job is your job. You don't have to go somewhere if you don't want to.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work. The restaurant business, especially, there's really no money in the restaurant business. Money is get in and get out. You got 8 months to make it and sell. That's that's it. 8 months to be the hottest thing. Like right now, Nashville, you got all these hot restaurants. Next year, you won't even hear half of them. You won't even hear of half of them. They'll be like, they're done. They shot their wad. That's the end of it. Tough business, man.
We went to this restaurant my girlfriend and I went to this restaurant called
Finch, beautiful place.
Last night.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It was really good.
Nice bar area.
Chicken thing with
clean menu.
I had the tuna and salmon tartare or whatever.
Yep, that's very good.
Appetizer, and then I had this grilled chicken with those potatoes. That are like when you cut them open, they're like dark purple on the inside of them.
The Japanese stokes, yeah.
Yeah, those were really, really good. And then we had the cookie on a skillet.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I ate way too much food. Way too much.
So did you have to pay for that today at the gym, or did you kind of just go light today?
I think no, I didn't have to pay for it. I just did the same. Because if you do that all the time, then you constantly feel like you got to go in and pay for it. But it's like, hey, I'm just going to keep on walking and keep on doing what I'm doing. And maybe tonight just like have some protein ice cream rather than having it's called protein pints. They're like 30 grams of protein and there's like 360 calories. Totally.
Where do you get those? Where are those?
I got them at Target. They're expensive, but who cares? I like them. They're worth it.
Okay.
So it's like they taste like a dessert.
That's interesting.
It's really,
protein
really good.
Pints.
It's called protein pints.
Okay.
It's 30 grams of protein and 360 calories. It's pretty awesome. So
that's very cool. Yeah, I like protein ice cream. I make my own protein ice cream. I use cottage cheese and yogurt, and I freeze it, and then I put it through a blender and freeze that, and then it turns into ice cream. It's really good, high protein. No fat, hardly any fat free. So when you go to Finch, when you went to Finch last night, how was the service there?
It was very good.
So would you? So because I know things annoy you quick. You know, like you don't like certain things will bother you. What
That's because you're always catching me when I'm working, and then I've got way too many things on my mind.
Yeah.
And so I can't like regulate. But if I'm at the restaurant, I try to just chill.
So when you're not in CEO mode, you're kind of just chill, Daniel.
I wouldn't say chill, Daniel. I'm probably just shut down, Daniel. Like just brain is fried.
Okay. Because you haven't chilled all fucking day.
I'm just sitting there like this, just kind of like, you would think I'm drunk, even though I don't drink. I'm just kind of staring out into nothing. So, but I used to be a server in college too. So, I only get really, really annoyed if the service is really bad. Like, I just don't, because I used to serve. But then when I'm that annoyed, I'm like, you know what? When I served, I didn't do this or whatever. If they kind of really made me upset. And then sometimes when I go to there's this Tex-Mex restaurant next to my house, and like I try to order chicken fajitas, and I want to add shrimp to it, but I don't want to get shrimp and chicken fajitas because they have the chicken and then they have the shrimp. Like I want to get a full order of chicken and a full order of shrimp and then box it and take it home. Right. So I have to ask them, I want chicken fajitas, and then I said stop.
Yeah.
Stop. And then I said I would like a side of shrimp. Dude, you will not believe how hard it is for them to understand that. So do you want chicken and shrimp fajitas? No, I did not say that. I want chicken fajitas, full order, and then I also want a side of shrimp.
A full order side of shrimp. Yeah.
They want to ring that in as a chicken and shrimp fajita, and I'm like, no, I want to take the protein home.
Yeah, I want to buy separate bills there, separate things. Yeah, I don't get it.
So I boxed it up. So I'll get annoyed by stuff like that, or because it's like
But nothing annoyed you last night at Finch.
No.
I like their restaurant. I know them. I know those people. We actually spoke a couple of months ago. I spoke to the general manager over there.
The waitresses were really, really funny. Like they had a good sense of humor.
Yeah, it's a nice spot. They're going to do well. They do well. They have a nice menu. It looks good inside. A lot of restaurants right now. Nashville's an interesting place when it comes to restaurants. I'm kind of disappointed in certain things because Nashville's becoming the Instagram worthy, not the food worthy. People want to go to the restaurant and take a picture at the Ivy Wall selfie that we were there with the pink fucking neon. It's not about the food anymore. So it'll fool you because the restaurant's beautiful. Like I went to a place there. My wife and I went to a place and it was beautiful. And I'm like, well, this is going to be great, the Italian food. And it was pizzas and it sucked. It was called V Modern and it sucked. And then I found out they're coming out to Tampa. And I'm like, I don't even want to go there. It's all about the Instagram. It's all about the backdrop. Mm-hmm. It's not about the food. Yeah. So when you find a place that's got great food, that's a good thing.
Yeah, like the place that I go to is Pueblo Real, and it's been like a hole-in-the-wall joint for like 20 years. I don't know it. It's like the Tex-Mex restaurant here like off of West Main Street in downtown in Franklin. And like they just now like finally renovated the inside of it, and they just did basic renovations. Yeah. They just crank out Tex-Mex food, and it's pretty good.
And it's good stuff, right?
And then there's Salvo's, which is like, I don't know.
I like Salvo's.
I wouldn't call it like high quality, but if you want to get in and get some good Italian pizza,
it's like, a good pizza. Good. Yeah, they're good.
And like you don't deal with bullshit.
If you want to go out to a fancy restaurant, Red Pony is nice on Main Street.
Red Pony's good.
Very good.
I think Red Pony's good. I mean, it's a little overpriced, but I think
excellent.
The food's really good.
I think it's fantastic. Very Cork good. And Cow is great. I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Of course, my favorite is Culinary and Colaccino's right across from each other. Those are my two favorites.
Colaccino's is pretty good.
It's my spot. Really I love whenever I'm in Franklin. Whenever I go back to do business, I go to Colaccino's.
The problem with that type of food is I just shovel that food into my mouth fast. And I eat it way too fast, and the next thing you know, I'm full before I realize that I need to slow down. I'm trying to make myself slow down when I eat. You know,
when I met you in Clearwater, you were eating very quick. You were eating really fast. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like you were into eating, you were eating that meal. You were sitting, and you were just you were like hunched over the fucking dish. That was like you. You're like this eating, and you were at it. It's like it looked like it was like a fucking an Olympic sport.
I don't think that's good for you. I think that's bad.
Only do that at places that you could. It's not good that way, but so you have to kind of figure. All right, I'm going into a place tonight. We're going to go to like Perry's. Eat the way you should be eating at Perry's. If you're going to go to the Mexican place, then you could be fucking Salvo's. Then you could be a little quicker. So you have to eat for the demographic.
Yeah. I'm trying to work on that. I do stuff to definitely eat too fast.
Yeah, it's not good for your digestion, and I think you can gain weight quicker too.
Yeah.
They say
it's also like just a mental sort of like blood pressure thing. Like, hey, calm the fuck down. Where are you going?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's an interesting. You still doing the energy drinks? Those energy drinks you were doing?
No, I've cut those back a lot. I just started to just have some coffee in the morning and maybe a Diet Coke in the afternoon. So.
What made you cut them back?
I don't know. I just started to realize I was drinking way too many of them every single day, and I was like, "This can't be good for you." Like all these B vitamins, or
they aren't,
or whatever. And then on top of all that, I just think it's just too much. So
coffee's the way to go.
They taste way too good. They taste too good, and you just suck them down. You suck them back, and you have another one. Next thing you know, you've had all this caffeine or whatever. So
I think that's why kids drop dead on the fucking football field, and I think because of all this monster shit they're putting in their bodies.
Yeah,
I really do.
So I don't do that stuff anymore.
Well, that's
not that much anymore. I mean,
coffee's the way to go. It's cleaner. It's better for you. It's proven. You don't have to overkill.
Cup of coffee. And,
yeah.
You know. I have that. I need to get a coffee maker, or at least a press.
Shameless plug.
Is the way to go. Just do a press.
French press is good. Yeah, I think the French press is nice. You just do a cup or two. Do a pour over is good. You know, just pour it over. It's great stuff. But yeah, you'll enjoy the coffee that they gave you too. So
let me get a press.
Get a press.
Warm up my coffee that way. So.
Do it like that. Well, very cool, man. We did an hour podcast today. We had no idea, people. We had no idea what we were going to talk about at all. Have you ever heard of Danny Aiello?
No.
You don't know him? He's an actor. He died though. He was like in a lot of Moonstruck, a lot of older movies. You haven't seen him. I had a guy on the podcast last night who does an impression of him. I was going to show you who he was, but if you don't know him, it wouldn't make sense. Does a killer, Danny Aiello.
Danny Aiello.
Yeah, he was in Do the Right Thing. Did you see that Do the Right Thing? Spike Lee?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
You got to watch that movie. It's a great movie.
All right.
Yeah, Danny Aiello. Well, cool, man. I think we had a great time. Is there anything we want to go over before we head out of here? Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you want to go to White Olive CPA. He doesn't just handle people in Franklin. I think he can work with anybody throughout the United States if you need things done. Is that correct?
This is correct.
So
we're not like attorneys where you have to be licensed in
the
state.
You could do anything anywhere. So if you like Daniel, and I highly recommend him, I think that would be a great place to go. Go to his Instagram at White Olive CPA on Instagram, at White Olive CPA. And also you can find him at Daniel C. LeBlanc if you want to see him doing other things with White Olive.
Thank you for having me.
And you can also go to whiteolivecpa.com. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a good day today. How do you feel about the podcast today in general? Like, did you feel this was a good episode? We didn't talk about aliens or anything. I just thought it was a very informative episode.
I like the tangent that we went on about Kanye West. I think we need to study Kanye.
After all of that,
we need to study Kanye West and his impact on society. I'm kind of fascinated by all that whole entire thing.
Yeah,
he was intertwined in a lot of history, and he's still relevant. So I just thought that, I just kind of.
Did you listen to Kanye's interview on the Joe Rogan podcast?
Where he's talking about the bees or whatever.
Where Joe Rogan actually says to him, "You are fucking crazy for real."
He said, "I got another question for you. What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Because he was talking about how he would make like these mechanical bees or whatever. I think he got it from That's from a Black Mirror episode.
He's so fucking out there, man. It's like whatever medication he's on.
I love it. I'm here for it. Like,
you're a Kanye fan.
As long as he's not harming anyone, I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued by his persona. Like, I want to know more.
I have to listen to the Rogan episode again. I love that episode with him and Kanye.
He was talking about how he was gonna, if he had all the money or whatever, he would make mechanical bees.
Yeah.
And he would, like, I don't know what, he says something crazy about how he's going to make these mechanical bees.
Yeah.
And then Joe Rogan goes, I have another question for you. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Then he said he wants to be the president of the world. He was the president of the world, Kanye West.
I mean, like, I don't know. Like, is he going to hurt anybody if he's president of the world?
It's a big responsibility, man. The world is huge.
But So
just make music.
Get him a good team around him to keep him from making crazy decisions, and then I think you may not have a disaster there. You know?
Yeah. What do you think of Kim Kardashian, his ex-wife? What do you think of her? You a fan of hers, the Kardashians?
I don't know. I never really that was like the reality TV thing, and every time like that would be on, like if my ex-wife at the time was watching those things, my blood pressure would go through the roof. Listen to them fucking bitch at each other,
yes,
and argue, and create drama. And I just like, good God, y'all like watching this shit? And so like, I don't have anything against the Kardashians or whatever. Like, I can't watch that shit. It just drives me insane to watch it. They're bitching constantly. They're gossiping constantly. They're creating drama constantly. And that's, I guess, what sells. And so, but for me, like, I remember just laying in bed and my wife at the time was like watching it, and I had a hard time falling asleep because I could hear what they were saying, and it was just driving me insane. Yeah. Like, I don't know. But good for her for making money on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good for her. Like, I don't know. She's super successful. But when I hear Kim Kardashian, I just think of, like, the reality shows, and I was like, my God, I can't do it. I can't take it.
They did it.
But good for her for the money and for making all, you know, success. Obviously, she's been successful, so.
Yeah, very successful.
You know, if I'm bitching about that, it's probably because I'm jealous.
Yeah, and she failed the bar exam twice. She wanted to become a lawyer. She failed it twice.
You got to study. I mean, it's
you can't just be a Kardashian and get. You know,
like you have to study. For
you really do need to. I think she convinced herself.
Yeah. Like I did that. The first 2 times I took the CPA exam and I passed the first 2 tests, and then I got cocky. I was like, I can wing it on the next 2, and then just totally bombed them. And then I was like, okay, maybe I should study. And so then I studied really, really hard, and then I passed. So, you know, like you have to know it. So
you got to know it. You just can't be a Kardashian and just get the exam and win.
Yeah. So.
You can't just say, have a great ass. You got to do your fucking job.
Yeah.
And I didn't say great ass. I hope my wife doesn't hear that. I meant, you just can't be known for that.
Yeah. Yes, she's known for it. You didn't.
That's what she's known for.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
All right, my friend. Well, a great episode today. I think everybody's got the word out. I think White Olive's got the word. I think we did. This was a real good marketing episode for White Olive. So,
yeah, absolutely.
I really enjoyed that. And what do you got planning? Anything new before we go? Anything you want to tell the crowd? Anything happening? Do you want anything new we could talk about?
I don't have anything new going on. You know. I'm just dealing with a lot of work stuff, and I'm in the grind part of the year, and so
relationship is good.
Relationship is good.
Family is good.
All that stuff. Family's good. So just trying to grind out through a bunch of trying to make sure I don't count too much of the numbers or the future possible numbers.
Right.
Just stick to today's numbers and figure out what to do from there. So
exactly, I agree. Well, cool, man. Well, it's been a great show. Thank you. I appreciate it, Daniel, for coming on the show today for like an episode where you had no plans at all.
Yeah.
How do you like the closing and opening music?
I like it.
You like it?
That bass line.
That's good. Yeah, this is I'm allowed to use it too. It's kind of like an open thing. All right, people. How not to bomb? Everybody's got a story. That was Daniel LeBlanc. That was we just did just a real he called me up. He said, "Let's do an episode," and we did it. So no preparation. We were able to wing an hour of it. Actually, an hour and 3 minutes. We did. Cool, man. All right. Thanks, Daniel. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
All right, man.